actually pretty easy to get ahead of 99% of people with AI because most people don't know how to use the right prompts. I've spent the last 5 years inside the AI trenches, launching companies, building internal tools, and mastering prompts. So I'm gonna show you the 7 ChatGPT hacks that you can use to get ahead of 99% of the people, even if you're a complete beginner. Get a ChatGPT Pro account. I know, I'm asking you to spend money. Bear with me. It's cheaper than eating out. Trust me, it'll make you 10 times more money if you use these next hacks. Now, if ChatGPT sounds like a stranger when you're chatting with it, it's because you've never introduced yourself to it. So to get ahead of 99% of people, you need to create your master prompt. A master prompt is essentially having a document of all of your preferences. With that, GPT will at least know who you are and what you're like, but context alone won't make you part of the 1%, which is why if you want to get ahead of 99% of the people, you need to create what is called a system prompt. Here's why it's different than a master prompt. The master prompt tells AI who you are, the role. The system prompt defines the behavior of how you want the AI to respond. Trust me, it can do everything you want. People say it all the time, my output sucks, but really, it's their prompt that sucks. I had this idea one day of seeing if I could get ChatGPT to analyze and research everything ever written on the internet about a topic from a person and then write a complete book for me. And I was like, I think I could do this. Maybe not, I don't know. What's unique is I asked it to save the output as a canvas. Now I'm gonna get into that because that's an advanced move. But what it did is it allowed me to kind of refine the output. Because a lot of times what happens at the beginning is the thing it gives you back, it's not very good. But the whole idea is that you wanna save it as a canvas and then talk to it and try to get it to refine and change the language and the tone and the structure and get rid of the em dashes and everything you want. Once you finally get the output exactly like you want, you ask it to write the system prompt that would have generated that from the beginning. Then watch what happens. It writes this super detailed, powerful structure of everything you prompted ahead. You might have been on that for 2 or 3 hours. When I did the book architect prompt, I spent probably 2 hours to really perfect it so that it did the deep research, it didn't hallucinate, it didn't add shit that I didn't want, it didn't make up stuff. And then it finally gave me an output. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Now that we got the system prompts down, we need a better way of talking to AI with all the context and all the information and all the system prompts in one place. Here's where you can really get ahead of the 99%. You need to create projects within ChatGPT. The way I think of projects is like, imagine you had a room in your office or at your home where everything about a project was like up on the wall. Let's say you're building a house. On the wall, you've got the blueprint of the house. You've got all the vendors and all the names. You have all the decisions you have to make. You have a whiteboard with a project outline and timelines, and it's all there for you to walk in and get all the information about the house so you can move forward on that project a lot easier. That is what project folders allows you to do. It essentially holds context for you to come back and chat with it based on every previous chat and all documents and information you gave. The reason most people can't get ChatGPT to work the way they want is because they have a messy mind. And a messy mind creates a messy prompt. And when you organize things in a structure where all the context is in one place, it makes the response really powerful. And that's what separates you from 99% of the other people. Now it's time to personalize how you use them. And I'm honestly shocked to see how many people have never heard of this next feature. Remember when I mentioned the thing called canvases earlier? Now let's actually explore it. The concept is simple. It's essentially a Google document inside a ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT to create an output, an email, a Facebook ad, save it in a canvas, and then you can chat with the canvas directly to refine its output. The best part is you can actually edit the canvas output. So let's say it's an email, tweak the copy, and it'll save that output. That way, when I said earlier, you ask it to write a system prompt for that output, if you edited it and it goes, oh, you like commas here or this here or whatever information based on your edit, it will write the prompt to get that output in the future. My whole philosophy is you want to create where you iterate and iterate where you create. You want to be in that creative space, but make sure it doesn't keep rewriting everything from scratch. This way, it makes it so much simpler. I used to struggle with ChatGPT because it would fill in the blanks all the time, what a lot of AI experts called hallucination. I mean, I would ask it to create checklists and it would just make up. I would use it for every aspect of my business, but it always added extra crap that I didn't want. Now with canvases, I can literally tell it exactly how I want the output, tweak it, refine it, and then get it to continuously make that output every time I ask. When ChatGPT actually remembers your style choice, you never have to tell it again. Which leads me to the next way to get ahead of 99% of the people using AI. You need to update your custom instructions. This one, super simple. This will make it so that you never have to repeat yourself again when it comes to exactly how you want AI to format the output. It's kind of like setting your home address inside your map app so that you never have to tell it where home is. How is this different than master prompts or system prompts? It's very simple. Master prompts, again, tell you who you are, the role. System prompts tells you how you want it to do the work that you're asking it to do. And then custom instructions, the way it's going to give you the output. I can always change it in the chat and say, hey, now add this, this, and this, but I want the default response to not sound like AI, to use my voice and tonality, to remove any AI specific language like M dashes. I don't like all the preamble. Just give me the goods. Just show it to me. Now we're just missing one final step to make sure you're using ChatGPT like a total pro and getting ahead of 99% of people. And that is creating custom GPTs. Essentially, the system prompts is a way to do this. It's just, I don't want to copy and paste this text every time I want it to do an outcome. I take the system prompt and I use it and save it as a custom GPT. The best part of it is that I've got this little engine of value that I can share with friends and people on the internet, my team. If you haven't picked this up in what I just taught you, then you're missing the whole point. You're holding on. Learn to let go. Custom GPTs will help you do that.